Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to this pick a card reading. My name is Kelsey, and today we are bringing forth gentle messages that you need to hear right now. Okay, so out in front of you here we have 3 different piles to choose from, and I'm going to ask you guys to take a deep breath. Really ground yourself, connect to your intuition, and ask which one of these 3 cards, these 3 piles, is holding the gentle messages that you need to hear at this time. Okay, and I will have the timestamps to the beginning of each reading in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comment. So go ahead, take your time, pause the video if you need a moment to meditate on the cards, and I am going to go ahead and move on to group number 1. Hello, my beautiful group number 1. Those of you that chose card number 1 here, this is your reading, and we are looking at gentle messages that you need to hear at this time. So I do want to start off by talking a little bit about the energies that I'm tapping into, tuning into your reading, group number 1. So there's definitely some root and sacral chakra energy that's quite loud here for you guys, and the color orange, which is usually representative of the sacral chakra, those energies are coming forth here. So this could mean for you guys that you are currently going through a time, a journey of healing from past relationship, emotional experiences. So these could be romantic relationships for sure, but with tuning into that root chakra energy as well, this could be all the way back to childhood, our relationships that we grew up around, our guardians, specifically the mother. I'm picking up on emotional experiences that have to do with the mother energy here, really wanting to be healed. Okay, there's like an essence of forgiveness that allows release and relief. There's a sense of relief coming in here as well. Okay, so let's go ahead, group number 1, and get into your cards. We're going to start here, and then we'll move into your tarot, and then I'll pull one more oracle message at the end of your reading. Okay, so group number 1, what gentle messages do you need to hear right now? Wow, we have childhood with innocence. Group number 1, I feel like you guys really just need like a hug right now. I just really want to hug you. I want to hug your inner child, and I want to tell you that everything's going to be okay. Group number 1, you guys may have experienced a lifetime that makes you feel like a part of you was taken away from you. Whether that be your innocence, whether that be your childhood or your joy or your wonder for life. Maybe you feel like you had to grow up too quickly. This message that's coming through here really wants to let you know that it's time to heal this part of you, and that this part of you is ready to heal. And your guides really want you to kind of let your inner child stand in the light again. Okay, so group number 1, a big part of this message that's coming through here is to allow your inner child to sing, allow your inner child to play, to finger paint, to run around the yard, to chase butterflies, to use your imagination, whatever it is, really just tuning into that childlike joy and innocence and just essence of life here. I do also really feel a presence here for group number 1. This could be a child for some of you guys, or for some of you guys this could be somebody, a guardian, a parent, a grandparent that has passed on, that really brought that kind of inner child energy out in you, or really embodied that energy around you. And they are just really, really loving. And really proud, and really kind of just like a warm hug. Like, that's really the energy of this reading here, is like really just wanting to give you a hug, to embrace you. Interesting. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot, group number 1, and go a little deeper into this message for you. Group number 1. We have the World. So what I really feel with that is closure. We have the Knight of Swords. And the Ten of Wands. Okay. So group number 1, I feel like currently, the time you find yourself at this video, you're in this kind of in-between energy. You're in this state of no longer living the same life, the same lifestyle, the same way, you know, as you have been. But you're also kind of not quite sure of how to reinvent yourself, how to recreate yourself or your life. Maybe you're going through a transition with your jobs, with your home, with your family and friends. Maybe you are going through a transition from single to in a relationship, or from, you know, being just in a relationship to having a family of your own. There's something here where you're in this transitional state. And that's going to come through a little bit differently for everybody, as this is a general reading. But the message here for you is to allow yourself to be in this in between. Don't go chasing things that want to leave your life. Don't chase things that take you back to where you've been. Don't allow yourself to fall victim to running after somebody or something I feel like some of you guys, there may be somebody or something happening around you that's trying to really distract you. There's something here about somebody trying to like get you to follow them, or somebody trying to get you to chase them, or trying to get you to, you know, put all your time and energy and effort into chasing them or chasing something as a way to kind of keep you from succeeding, which is, yeah. So that message is here for you guys. Don't chase after things that are going to take you off course. Don't allow yourself to chase things just because you need something or somebody there. So there may be this tendency for you to try to keep people happy, for you to try to keep people in your life, for you to try to keep the peace. And you may have a tendency to chase after other people and try to mend things that are broken and try to fix things by sacrificing yourself, by sacrificing your boundaries, by really giving everything away. And your advice here is to not do that. Allow the messages and the people to come to you. Don't chase after anything right now is really the big message here for you guys, okay? We also have the Ten of Wands, and this is telling me here, group number 1, that you definitely had to take on far too much responsibility far too early, and you're being asked to put some of that down now. You don't have to continue carrying the burdens of your past or of your childhood. It's time to lighten the load. You do not have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You do not have to make sure that nobody in the world ever experiences one bad thing that you experienced. And that may be something that really drives you, group number 1, is this need to never allow anybody to feel the way that you felt or to experience the things that you experienced as a child or growing up. And while that sentiment is so, so beautiful, it is also so heavy. And I feel like your guides really want you to acknowledge that you do not have to carry that weight solely on your shoulders. It is not solely your responsibility to make sure that every child lives a better life than you did. Okay? So there may need to be like some digging deeper into that need to heal a part of you so that you don't feel the need to sacrifice yourself so frequently, group number 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull you one final message here, group number 1. One final message. Any last guidance or advice for group number 1, please? We have all. Wow. So the energy I'm really getting from this group number 1 is that everything is connected. Everything is connected. Everything happens for a reason. So there may need to be kind of this releasing of control here, group number 1. I feel like your guides really want you to know that everything is as it should be. Everything is going to happen as it should. And there's a need to kind of surrender, okay? But I am going to go ahead and read this message from the book for you. For group number 1, we have all. When you are worried about your place in the world, remember this gentle creature. Standing in the midst of a starry sky, they gaze intently at their own palms. What is contained within the space of 2 hands? How can any of us capture what the universe truly holds for us? It can be an overwhelming question, can't it? You could journal on the question of what is all in so many ways. Perhaps this is a reminder that we are all, just that, all. None of us are any less valuable than the next member of our tribe. When we consider that our tribe consists of everything, like our friend in this card, we may find ourselves contemplating our own worth. For those times that it seems to be more than we can hold, take a step back. Sit down. Feel your own root extending deep into the earth. Press your spine against something firm like a tree or a friend. See your own head opening up to thrust up a ray of light that goes on and on and on into the sky. Repeat the following to yourself. I am all. I am enough. All is all. Chant the words as you feel everything expanding outward, holding on to the feeling of being one with everything. When that feeling fades, start from the beginning. Look around you, dear one. Who else needs this message? It is your turn to remind another that they, too, are all. And with that, group number 1, there's something very significant in acknowledging that others have the power to create their own reality, to make changes, to help others as well. And it helps to kind of let go of this idea that you have to do everything by yourself. You don't, okay? But this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below, let me know if you chose pile number 1, and consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you so very much for joining me here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 2. Those of you that chose pile number 2 here, this reading is for you, and we are looking at gentle messages that you need to hear right now, okay? So group number 2, tuning into the energy of your reading, tuning into the energy of this group, there is a very strong sense of trust, of needing trust, of healing from some sort of betrayal. Okay, I'm really seeing like the trust fall energy, and your guides are saying, we will catch you. Trust us. Trust in the divine. Trust in your guides. Trust in your path. Okay, I do really, really want to acknowledge group number 2, how difficult it can be to trust after being betrayed, after being hurt, after being let down, after not being caught when you thought you were most definitely going to be caught. With that trust fall, right? So I'm really picking up on like this idea that it is safe to start again. It is safe to try again. So some of you guys, this could have taken place in a relationship. You may have experienced a breach of trust in some sort of connection, or from a family member. And this may have kept you from being able to truly connect to other souls for a long period of time. And your guides are coming forth saying it is time to allow yourself to try again. Okay? To love again, to connect again. So there is an essence of union here as well. And that's going to mean different things for different people, because this is a general reading. But let's go ahead, group number 2, and get into your cards here. We're going to start here, and then I'll shuffle out your tarot, and then we'll pull one more oracle card at the end of your reading, okay? So group number 2, what messages do we have for group number 2? Wow, so we have the whale with breach. There was definitely a breach of trust. But this is like coming back up for air, finally breaking the surface, finally being able to breathe again, finally being able to feel again, finally being able to try again. So there's definitely something here about being able to resonate with somebody, or with the words that somebody's speaking. So that may be something that you really experienced as well. Group number 2 is like, after this breach of trust, it was like people's words just irritated you, or this may be something that you're currently experiencing. And your guides want you to know that you're coming into a time where you're going to be able to really resonate with people's words. You're really going to be able to feel them, and you're really going to be able to know what you can trust. Interesting. As well as for group number 2, there's something here where maybe recently you've been feeling like you haven't been able to keep your head above water. Like, like you were sinking. And your guides want you to know that time is ending. That part of your journey right now is coming to an end. You are coming up for air. Interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot. Group number 2, I also feel like there are certain songs that can really bring you a lot of clarity, a lot of wisdom and messages that you need. So if there's certain songs that keep getting stuck in your head or that you continuously hear, there may be a need to kind of sit down and really listen to them and really think about what those words mean to you. Or even sometimes if you were to be speaking those words, how do they resonate with you? What memories do they invoke? Like if you were singing about an experience that you had, instead of being kind of separate from this song, or thinking about it in a way where it's like somebody else experienced something similar as I did. I hope that makes sense. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot, group number 2. We have the 5 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Wow. So group number 2, what I'm really seeing here is that there was some sort of conflict. I feel like for some of you guys, you may have grew up in some sort of environment where you had to kind of compete for attention, or even for some of you guys to get your basic needs met. You had to prove yourself, potentially for some of you guys. And now I feel like you're currently in this space where it's like you keep yourself very separate. With this 4 of Pentacles, it's like, this is mine, this is yours, this is the line, don't cross it. Don't try to come into my space, don't try to I'm really feeling like this idea of like, I'm not going to add your name to my bank account. I'm not going to legally contract myself to you. So I'm not going to get married. I'm not going to sign any paperwork. I'm not going to do anything that's going to tie me to you. This is mine and that is yours, and this is the line between us type energy. And for some of you guys, this may have been kind of how you were raised, how you were taught to move in life, how you were taught to move in a relationship, potentially. Kind of holding control, holding back, and not being able to fully merge with another person or with a life or a lifestyle. And your guides really want you to kind of find pride in yourself in a way where it's like you're going to forge your own path. So there is a message here that like this is going to require bravery, right? It's going, which we know when we put ourselves out there, when we try to trust again, when we try to connect again, it requires bravery, it requires courage. And we have the King of Wands here, and this is saying really embrace your power, embrace your courage, embrace your strength, and allow yourself to live your life passionately instead of, I want to say cautiously, but it's not like cautiously in a way where you are taking your time or moving slow. It's like you're living separate from anything or anybody, out of this idea that I have to protect me. And your guides really want you to kind of begin the healing journey for this, to come back up for air, to allow yourself to break free from this confinement of this kind of belief system that it's dangerous to connect to the world. I hope that makes sense for you. So let's go ahead, group number 2, and pull one last card for you. We have drift. Okay. So there is kind of this energy of like, kind of just going where you can instead of maybe where you want to or how you want to, out of this idea that you can't let go long enough to paddle the boat, or you can't let go long enough to find a new path or to chart your path on a map. It's like, because if I let go of this part of me, if I let go of my purse, if I let go of myself, if I let go of my trust or my heart for any amount of time, then I'm going to get hurt, then I'm going to be betrayed, then, I'm going to lose this part of me, somebody's going to take it. But because you can't let go, your hands and your feet, your mind isn't free to create a path. So there's like this drift energy is like very much so like I'm just sitting here allowing life to happen to me instead of living my life. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read the message for this card out of the book for you guys. So we have drift. 2 gentle creatures relax as the waves carry them along. They lean against one another, secure in the knowledge that the support they need is there. They've been paddling hard for so long, but they know that rest is as important as the work. The red sail is full with a leading wind, so they are confident that they are going somewhere. The butterfly is also drifting along behind them. Sometimes it lands on their face during the hardest times, just to remind them that a chance to drift is coming. Of course, they can't always drift, can they? But this is not the moment to worry about that. Indulging in the quiet warmth at their back, each creature ponders the joy of doing nothing at all. They are in the moment, and that is harder than one might think. This card asks you how you are drifting right now. If you are constantly struggling and not making progress, it may be a good time to let the elements take over and do their work while you simply breathe. Maybe a butterfly on your nose would help you realize when it's okay to drift along for now. Okay, so with that, group number 2, kind of the message that's coming through here is if you are in the moment and drifting, that's one thing. But if you are drifting because you are desperately holding on to outdated belief systems, to the past, holding on to this idea or this experience that you've had, so that you don't allow it to happen again, it's keeping you kind of stuck in this loop. I hope that makes sense for you. But this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number 2. If this resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel and helps to get these messages out to other souls who may need to hear them. Consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you guys so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 3. Those of you that chose card number 3, pile number 3, this reading's for you, and we are looking at gentle messages that you need to hear right now, okay? So group number 3, tuning into the energy of your reading, tuning into this pile. There's a couple things coming through here. So first of all, there's something coming through about your support system, about your foundation potentially. So this can mean a few different things. For some of you guys, this could be your home, like the actual physical structure that you live in, being addressed here, or this could be your support team. This could be your workplace even, or wherever you receive the funds or the support to pay your bills or to live your life. That is something that's coming through here, as well as the throat chakra specifically, but in a way where it feels very suppressed, like you're biting your tongue out of fear of the repercussions, biting your tongue out of this idea that what you have to say will upset somebody. So there is like this need for healing that's being presented here, this need for healing from, for some of you guys, from very toxic connections or relationships that you've experienced, okay? So yeah, I am really, with the support system, I'm really picking up on like the legs and the hips, the feet of the physical body. But I'm also seeing this as kind of like a group of people around you. So some of you guys may be kind of calling in a soul tribe, or you may be needing to really allow yourself to lean on the people around you right now for you to get back on your feet. Interesting. Let's go ahead, group number 3, and get into your cards here. I'm going to start with this card, and then we will shuffle out the tarot, and then I will pull one more oracle card at the end of your reading, okay? So group number 3, what gentle messages do we need to hear? We have the lake with stillness. I love this card. I love this energy. So group number 3, I feel like a big message for you here is learning how to sit with yourself, potentially, learning how to sit with your own energy, learning how to sit still. You guys may distract yourself with other tasks or responsibilities or caring for others or, anything, cleaning, doing errands. And this may subconsciously be a way for you to escape yourself. And there's a need to reconnect to self here. After a very long period in your life of disconnection from self, that I feel like is directly correlated to some sort of relationship that was toxic, okay, that caused you to live in fear, that caused you to bite your tongue, that caused you to walk on eggshells, whatever energy that was in your life. There's a big healing process that comes after these types of situations, and you're being asked to sit with yourself right now, to find stillness, to learn how to find stillness in order to heal from that kind of anxious, overstimulated, overwhelmed, kind of scared part of yourself, okay? So let's go ahead, group number 3, and pull some tarot and go a little deeper into this message. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So there's a big message here to slow down. That is a very big message that I'm getting so far. Group number 3 is to slow down, have patience with yourself, be gentle with yourself, give yourself the time and space you need to grow and to heal. Healing from these types of things don't just happen overnight. A lot of the times it doesn't even happen in a year. It's a cycle, it's a process. You will notice certain things get easier, but as you move through life, you will also notice 5 years down the road, 7 years down the road, that something else comes up that you didn't even realize was there until now. And you may find yourself getting frustrated or annoyed with yourself. But in order to grow a tree, it needs constant light, it needs constant nourishment and nurturing, right? And there's a need to kind of treat yourself this way right now, group number 3. Nurturing yourself, nourishing yourself, giving yourself the light, allowing yourself to be seen, instead of hiding yourself away, allowing yourself to look at yourself instead of shying away from yourself out of this idea that you aren't good enough or that you aren't worthy. It is not true. I'm almost seeing this as like you're being rewired right now, group number 3. You're being rewired. You're learning how to be independent. You're learning how to live in this kind of freedom, in this liberation, instead of living by somebody else's rules, or living in this fear, or living in this kind of suppression where you have to make yourself smaller to make somebody else feel better. So you're being asked to allow yourself to be still, to sit with yourself, and to take up space. To take up space, group number 3, okay? We also have here the moon, and there's that kind of fear energy and that darkness that that part of yourself that kind of changes when you've been triggered or when you're upset, or some of you guys may try to hide yourself away and really kind of almost like disassociate when you're triggered, or when something happens that causes you to kind of fall back into that fight or flight mode. There's this essence of like detaching yourself from reality. And you're being asked to be gentle with yourself and to bring yourself back into this world and allow yourself to put your roots down, to build a solid foundation here. Some of you guys using water for healing may be very, very potent for you with the lake here, and also with this moon showing her like underwater. And the fact that we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, and we have roots here, and like this idea of the plant and the growth in the trees, they need water to grow. So group number 3, you guys may have a tendency to kind of detach, especially emotionally, to disassociate emotionally, to separate yourself from your emotions. And you're also being asked to really allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to connect, allow yourself to be in and of this world. And to put roots down, to build that foundation, to create that support system. Finding a safe space for yourself is something that's very, very significant for you. A place that you can call yours, that feels safe. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull one final card for group number 3. Any last guidance? One final message for my beautiful souls that chose group number 3, please. We have nurture. In the bottom of the deck, we also have heal. I love that. So with nurture here, I am also really picking up on like this, the hands holding the seed, right? Nurturing. I feel like that may be something that's super significant for you. You guys may hold a lot of power within your hands. Even here, he's kind of holding his hand above this tree here, helping it grow, right? So there's something here about your hands being very powerful. But we have nurture. Nurture yourself. Allow yourself to grow. Give yourself what you need to grow and to flourish, to put your roots down, to be supported. Allow yourself to be held by yourself, by your support system, by this world. So I am group number 3 going to go ahead and read the message for this card out of the book for you. So let's go ahead. Nurture. When you hold something precious in the palm of your hand, there is a feeling that almost overwhelms. You want to nurture it. You want to provide it with safety and security, with the knowledge that it is unique in this world. Our own hearts are like this. Our creature is wrapped in the embrace of their own arms. They know that the most valuable thing in their lives is themselves. So the energy reflected here is that marvelous act of caring for ourselves as if we were truly marvelous. For we are truly marvelous. We deserve this energy as much as anyone else. The more we cherish ourselves, the more we can nurture others. But when we allow ourselves to be wrung dry, the only thing we can offer is bitterness of spirit, brittleness of spirit. When is the last time you put effort into nurturing your own soul as though it were the most precious gift? I love that. So definitely holding space for yourself, building a space for yourself, allowing yourself to take up space, nurturing yourself, holding yourself as though you are the most precious thing in the universe. Okay, group number 3. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. And consider subscribing if you feel called to do so you don't miss out when I post future videos like this. I thank you so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.